Hi everyone, Danielle here. I'm doing a solo playthrough of Finspan. I do have this set up ready to go. This is not going to be a tutorial style. This is going to be a playthrough where you'll see me play the game and hopefully you'll get a better idea of whether or not this game is for you. I will kind of explain kind of what's out here so you know kind of when I'm saying like young or school, what it's referring to. Um, As a player, you do start with 2 eggs on your board, and you'll put them in the designated egg areas. These eggs, just keep in mind throughout the game, they will always need to be on a fish. They can't just be on an empty space the way you see this young is. Young can be on an area that is not occupied by a fish. Whenever you have 3 young on a specific spot, you would immediately just turn them in and make them into a school token. So that's how that works. In the beginning of the game, you do start with 1 young. As you can see, we also have 3 columns, and each column does have a pre-printed fish on the board. We have the Catalina goby, the showy bristlemouth, and glasshead grenadier. I have the round tracker. We're using achievement side A. I have the round tracker on week 1. This game goes across 4 weeks. I have the AI Nautoma set up. I shuffled the deck of 7 cards and removed 1 up here. And then so I have 6 cards left in this deck. We give them 6 divers, 2 eggs, and 1 young. I get my 6 divers as well. And I start with 2 starter cards, and then I drew 3 from the fish deck. So now I have a blue lantern fish, a saddleback butterfly fish, a blob sculpin, a diamond stingray, and a giant devil ray. I think we're ready to start. I'm going to do one of 2 things. I get to decide to play a card or dive. So I think first thing I will do is to play a card. So I'll go ahead and place my diver in the play a card section. It is kind of cut off here, but you'll see me just put it up here at the top for the play a card. I'm going to play my blob sculpin. It does have a game end effect of a fish that's in the 3rd column. I'll be able to place a fish into the 3rd column if I have a card. So I gotta make sure I can do that. But basically this can go in the twilight or the midnight zones. And I will put it in the twilight. Put it here, I think. And then I'll spend my 2 fish eggs. And that's that. We'll see what the AI does. Okay, so they're going to trade in 2 of their eggs for a young. Okay, and then they're going to gain 2 eggs. Back to me. I'm gonna continue playing fish here. I think this time I'll do a giant devil ray. So I'll go ahead and play a fish card. And this can go in any of the 3 zones. I'll go ahead and put it on. What should I do here? Yeah, I think I'll put it up here. So that requires me to spend, oh wait, I spent the eggs I had. Goodness, got ahead of myself. Definitely need to get an egg out there first. So I think we'll go ahead and wait to play the giant devil ray. Goodness, totally forgot I spent the 2 eggs on my first turn. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. I will play the blue lantern fish instead. And this will go into the twilight zone, and I'll put it here. I have to discard 2 cards, so I'm going to discard these 2 cards here. Put my discard here. And then I will gain 4 cards. So I'll draw 4. All right, so we got the black hagfish, the chola guitar fish, crocodile fish, and giant oarfish. And none of those will give me any eggs, unfortunately. But that's how it goes. All right. I'll go ahead and draw them a card. All right, they got a football fish. Start their pile right there. Um, I guess I'll just have to continue playing fish. I need to play them in this row if I want to get more of the eggs, because that's how I'll get them. Let's see. Black hagfish is kind of expensive, but it has a good when played ability. So I'll go ahead and play it here, discarding these 3 cards. When played, I get to gain a young, and I will place the young right here. And then I will also get to get a card back from my discard pile. Let's see. I think Diamond Stingray I'll take back to my hand. All right. They're going to place one of their divers on week 1. And then they're going to draw a card. Grid Eye Fish. All right. We have 3 more divers left in this week. I think I will go ahead and, because I can't play these cards yet, I don't have the egg. So I'll dive down this section here. I will gain 1 egg. And again, you have to place an egg on a fish. Come down here, nothing happens. Just come down here, gain another egg. Nothing happens here. And then finally, we go here and gain a final egg. All right. There we go. They will place a diver on week 1. And now they get to turn in 3 of their youngs 1 time for a school of fish. They get to trade in 2 eggs for 2 young, and then they gain 2 eggs. Okay. All right. So I will play fish and do a, these are both kind of stingrays, it looks like. I'll do a giant devil ray. So this will require me to discard a card, spend an egg, and then it also requires me to spend one of my young. And this can go in any of these areas, and I'll put it right here. When played, I get to gain 2 young. And I'm actually going to put it right here, which means I'll immediately get to convert this into a school, my first school. Okay. Removing a diver from the achievement board. They don't have 3 young, so they're skipping the first step, but they will convert both of these eggs into 2 young, and then they gain 2 egg. All right, my last turn for this week. I do want to try to get as many fish as I can. So, I think I will. You know what? I probably should have kept this as young. That was a bad play. So I think if I can unwind that, um, there was 1 here, and then I would have gained the 2. I'm actually going to put them in a different place. I'm going to put them here. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. Backing that up, because that the week, it makes most sense that way. Anyway, I'm going to dive in from here. And then, not, yeah, I do actually have a fish in this zone. So that means I could flip one of my eggs into a young. And then come down here. Nothing happens. Down here, I'll do the same thing. This egg will now become a young. And then come down here. We actually don't have anything in this zone, but we will come down here and we can move a school or a fish. I'll go ahead and move a fish. And when you move, you kind of have to move in a straight line. And yeah, I can move a young through that. So I'll go ahead and move this down actually. Okay, and then they'll take their last turn, removing their diver, trading in 1, 2, 3 for 1 school, and then trading in these 2 for 2 young, gaining 2 eggs. All right. So that was week 1. So how we score is we take the score sheet and then we count how many eggs and young we have on the board on my mat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like I have 5 points. And the AI has a base of 3 plus how many workers they have on the week, which is 0. So they have 3 points. So right now I'm ahead by 2 points in terms of just looking at the achievements. All right, so now we just grab all our workers back. And now we're on week 2. So this one says rows of fish. So right now I have 1 row of fish. I think I'd like to add 1 here and 1 here. So at least I could get 2 points. All right. We'll go ahead and grab all 7 cards for the Atoma. We'll go ahead and also shuffle them and then remove 1 and start the second week. All right. Removing 1. And then we'll go into the second week. And in case you haven't noticed, we are playing on the calm side. And so for this goal, the rows of fish, they have a base of 0. All right, so we don't have any cards in our hands, so we're gonna want to try to fix that. Um, yeah, the only way really is to dive. So nothing in this first zone, so we don't get to draw that card, but we get to draw 1 for this. Go ahead and do that. A black cardinal fish. Come down here, draw 1 more. A flabby whalefish, and then come down here and we'll get 1 back from our discard pile, and let's do one that we can actually realistically do. So I think the giant oarfish is most realistic for us, and this is a long one, 1100 centimeters. Wow, the longest bony fish. I love these little facts. All right, so that was our turn. They'll place their little diver here. They're going to draw a card. All right. And then I'll play a card. I do want to try to finish this row, so I'll try to come here to play a card in this column. And this can go up here. Not ideal. Let's see. I guess I'll play it here instead to finish this row. This requires me to discard a card. I'll discard a flabby whalefish. And then it tells me to also remove 2 young. And when played, all players get to place an egg on any on each of these fish. So that's good. A giant oarfish. That. And that. Whoop, that one just rolled off. Okay. And then whenever something happens for the automa, they will get 4 fish, 4 eggs. And it does specify here on the bottom, when played abilities, Naotoma gains 4 from the supply, which is massive. So it kind of deters me from wanting to play those types of cards, but it was worth it for me because I needed it for playing other cards, so definitely need to do it. Okay, so they're going to remove a diver, and then they're going to convert 3 of their young into a school of fish. Then they'll convert 4 eggs into young. Lots of exchanges when it comes to the AI's turn, and then they gain 2 eggs. Don't know if there's any cards that they don't gain 2 eggs at the end. Try to keep the eggs together. Okay. I can't play that black cardinal fish, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. I have to draw a card, a binocular fish. Come down here, draw a card. Maltese ray. Come down here, draw a card. A false cleaner fish. And I'll come down here and do nothing else. Okay, no diver to remove. They'll gain this card. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna play this Maltese ray somewhere. But it would be nice to play something in the midnight area. Which is only this one. But I would like to finish my row. So I'll discard 3 cards as needed to play that. And it has a game and ability to place an egg on each of these fish. All right. Place a diver, draw a card. Okay. No cards again in my hand, so I have to dive. Think I will just dive down here again. Gain 1, 2, 3. Have a mahi-mahi, a cow-nose ray, and a Chinese trumpet fish. All right, they're gonna trade in these 4 eggs for 4 young. Gain 2 eggs. Okay. Next, I could play some of these fish. I have 3 rows. I don't think I'll get any more, so I could just prioritize some of the effects here. Yeah, I'll play the Chinese trumpet fish. I will place it in this area. And I'll discard this card and remove this egg for the cost. All right. Then how is it possible to have 1 card left here when I have 1 worker left? Did I miss 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, I must have forgotten to place one of my workers somewhere when I play the card. That's okay. We'll go ahead and do that now. All right, and then they'll take their last turn and convert 3 to a school, 2 into 2 young, and then gain 2. Okay, so week 2, we do get 2 points for each row. So I have 2, 4, 6, 6, and then the AI has a base of 0 and no workers. So that's week 2. Going to week 3, we'll shuffle these cards out. Okay, discard 1 at random. Switch this to week 3. And schools, they have a base of 0. Okay, we'll grab our workers back, and this time hopefully we'll use them and when we're supposed to. Here we need schools. So that means we need more fish going on. So I think I need more cards. That's what we'll do. I feel like that's been a struggle. And then we'll get to play one, take one from the discard pile. Let's be a little realistic here. We do have some egg to play with, but yeah, the diamond stingray might be good. Okay, so that's our turn. Place a worker, put 3 fish, back to supply, gain a school token, trade 2 for 2 young, and then take 2 eggs back. Okay. And I'm going to play a card. I'm going to play the Diamond Stingray. It's got to go in the sunlight area. I'll put it here actually. I'll spend 1 egg on that. When played, I get to do these 3. I'll take back this black cardinal fish, the Maltese ray, and this saddleback butter. Actually, I don't like the all players effects here. I'll do the flabby whalefish. Those are 3. And then I get to move a school of fish or fish in a certain direction. I'll go ahead and move this up. Okay. They're going to remove a diver, trade in 3 of their young into a school, and then trade in 2 egg for 2 young. And they'll gain 2 eggs. They're always gaining 2 eggs. All right. Then let's double check what cards we have here. So do want to try to maximize how many I have of this. So which cards? Could play a Sloane's Viperfish. Okay, I'll go ahead and spend an egg and a discard. I'll discard a Smooth Oreo Dory. And I could play this in Twilight or Midnight. Guess I'll just play it here. All right. So that there. All right. And then they draw a card. Oh, so when played, all players get to do this. So I get to do that. I'll do this. Immediately change this into a school of fish. And I don't think I'll do another movement there. I'll go ahead and so they have 3 cards left. Yeah, so I've been doing it right. Okay. I'll play. I think I'll play this long spine porcupine fish. I'm not gonna have many more chances to make a school. So I'm just gonna go straight for getting as many eggs as I can. So 1, 2, and then an egg. Ah, ran out of eggs, guys. Ran out of eggs. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to dive. Let's dive. Let's gain an egg. All right. Gain another egg. Gain 1 more egg. Come down here and gain another egg. All right. There we go. Got some eggs. All right. Oh wait. Did I like do a double play here? I forgot to take my diver back. That's why. All right. So 2 eggs now become 2 young. And I also get 2 eggs back. Let's do that right away. Kind of feels silly putting the eggs back and then just taking them back. All right, so now I will do my play, and I'm gonna do a play for the long spine porcupine fish, which will be a discarding of these 2, and then an egg. And I'm actually gonna put this up here in the sunlight zone, and when played, I get to place an egg on each of those types of medium fins. So 1 there. Obviously 1 egg per card with a medium fin. But I do have was able to put on 3, which was pretty good. All right, so They'll trade in 3 for a school. And then 2 for 2 eggs for that, and I'll gain the 2, so I left it. All right, my last thing for this week. I don't think I can make any schools once again. So I'll just try to hatch some. So I'll go here and dive and hatch this. Come down here, hatch one more. Actually, I'm not gonna hatch that one. I'll hatch this one. Come down here. Now I could move. So I'll move this one up. And then I'll come down here. I get to move again. And I'll move. So when I move, could I move like all my fish? All my young? No, it's just one. Okay. So, I think I'll ignore that. But it still does happen. All right. And then their AI's last turn. We add a worker here or a diver. Draw a card. All players get to hatch an egg. How fitting. All right. Would have been nice if I had one final move to make a school, but it didn't work out that way. And that's that. Week 3, they get 2 points. And I get 2 points as well with 1 school of fish. Okay, moving on to week 4, which is the last round. Shuffle these up for the last time. And wow, I'm finding that this plays a little bit quicker than I feel like Wormspan and Wingspan does for playing solo. Take our workers back. And we'll take our turn. I could put a Maltese ray. And you know what's funny? I haven't actually eaten any fish yet. But yeah, something to keep in mind. I'll play this by spending 2 eggs. When played, I get to place an egg on each of those types of fish. All right. I should have spent this egg instead, but that's okay. Misplay there. Okay, 3 are now a school, and 2 become like young, and they keep the 2. All right, so I can't play this cow-nose ray, but what I could do is start hatching. I'll go here to hatch this into a fish. Come down here, do the same thing. Come here. Now I can move a fish. I'll move it here to the left, and then I'll create a school. Man, these cards are like kind of warping a little bit and it's moving a little bit. And then come down here and move again. So I'll move this down here. All right. Add a diver. So actually week 4, they don't actually have anything to do. So that's why nothing is happening here. So I kind of set that aside for now. They do draw a card. Faceless Cusk. And I'll do I guess wouldn't be a bad idea to get cards in my hand just to see what happens. Okay, so we got a blunt-nosed six-gill shark, a European sturgeon, and a silver lightfish. And this card actually has to go in the leftmost column. So something to keep in mind. All right. And we'll come down here and we get to take a card from the discard. Okay, I'll get the Chola guitar fish. Actually, I'll get the crocodile fish. All right. They will take these 2 eggs, make it into 2 young, and then they'll get them back. Um, I'll play a card. I'm going to play this one, so taking away these 2 eggs, and then discarding a card, the silver light fish. And this can go into a sunlight area, and I'll put it right here. Actually, I don't think we need workers here. But anyway, doing it anyway. I'll go ahead and draw that card. And then for me, I guess it would probably be wise to dive and place an egg somewhere. And then place another, sorry, come down here, place another egg. I will put it here. Come down here, place another egg. Then place my final egg here. Okay. Draw a card for them. All right. And then my final turn will be to do some hatching, I think. So go ahead and hatch this into a fish. Hatch this into a fish, which means immediately becomes a school. And then here I get to move. Don't think there's a point to move, so I won't. And their last turn of the game is to turn 3 young into a school. And then turn 2 into 2 young. Okay, so now I get to activate any game end abilities on fish in my ocean in any order and then go to scoring. In any order. That's gonna be confusing. How are people tracking that they've done it already? Hmm. But I do have a bunch of game end. So I could play a fish in the blue section, but I'm pretty sure I still have to pay for it if it has a cost. Um, so like if I have to do an end game that requires me to play fish, then I think I do have to pay. Um, I assume so. And I don't know if I can pay any of these, but let's see. The game end, I could play a fish in a column like that. So maybe it'll be this one. So I'll play this and spend 2 eggs and the fish here. Has to go in the sunlight zone. So that's done. So this game end says I could play one in this column. So I could do the blunt nose 6-gill shark by spending a fish, but I don't have one. So probably not. This one's just sunlight. I would have to eat one, so I guess I could put it on top of this. I don't have fish. I don't have eggs. I don't have eggs to spend. I won't be able to do that. I wish I got clarity on whether or not I need to pay to play it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you had to pay its cost. Oh well, I won't be able to do this. But we'll continue. Game end. Maybe we'll gain eggs first, so I won't do this yet. So we'll gain an egg on each of these. Okay. And then this game ends as an egg on each of those with the tooth. So that one has one. That one gets one. And then this game ends as you get one on each of those types. Okay. So let's see. Now could we do something here where we place something in this column? Yeah, I could do one here. This has to go in the sunlight. I'll go ahead and place it here, discard this card, and spend an egg. There we go. So now I did actually do this. Cool. Okay, so now we do the scoring here. So game end points in yellow. So I don't have any points to get. Points printed on visible fish. All right, so let's do some math. Using my calculator, of course. All right, so we have 5 plus 9 plus 2. And then 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 7 plus 2 plus 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1. So 46 I have for visible points. Eggs, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For young, I don't have any young, so 0. 6 points per school, 1, 2, 3. We have 18. Consumed fish is 1 point each, so I think I only covered one fish, which was here. One. Yeah, so just one. So let's add up those points. 5 plus 6 plus 2 plus 46 plus 7 plus 18 plus 1 is 85. And then the endgame scoring for the Nautoma is they get 3 points for the first difficulty. 3 points per card, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 30. I'll write down. And then for fish, they get 5 points each. For schools, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 45. Do that for schools. And then for each of those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then every 2 eggs is 1 point. And the points gained from scoring weekly achievements. Which I think I already calculated up here. So we'll go ahead and just add these up. We have 3 plus 2 plus 30 plus 45 plus 6 plus 1. 87. Wow, that was close. They ended up winning by 2 points. And that was on the normal mode. I could have played on the easy mode. Probably would have won definitely with that because then they wouldn't have gotten the 5 points on the achievement. They don't even score for achievements on the easier mode. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I didn't get to really take into account the camouflage, bioluminescent, electric, venomous stuff. The predator did come into play when I placed the game end fish here for Sloan's viperfish. And oddly, I didn't come across too many fish that had the requirements of which, a color band they needed to go in for for placement. So that was interesting. Maybe I need to shuffle a little bit more. But I hope you enjoyed this full solo playthrough of Finspan. I really enjoyed it. I might do kind of a written style review of how I enjoyed each of the Wingspan games that have come out from Stonemaier Games. But so far, I'm really liking this one. It feels a lot lighter than the others, and I'm excited to introduce this to my friends. I really like the upgraded components. I do think they make such a difference in the gameplay. Like, these just came out really, really good, and they feel great to touch. But managing the AI, there's obviously a lot of components that you have to keep trading. So that was a little bit much, but I felt it was very smooth. I felt like it didn't really impact my gameplay. I still got to really fill up my ocean. And yeah, if you have any corrections in my gameplay, definitely let me know. I'll make a note in the description and pin the comment. But yeah, if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. I do love making videos like this. I do post, pretty regularly every week as well. So definitely, subscribe if you're interested. Otherwise, a like or a comment is always appreciated. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.